When's the right time to apply? When should you take your tests? When should you get your documents and visa sorted? Hi, hope you're doing well and safe, and welcome back to Your Kids YouTube channel. Today, we are going to talk about the timeline of fall 2022 for doing a MS in the US. If this is the first time that you're tuning in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you never miss a video from Your Kid. If you are on your journey to study abroad and you need all the right information at one designated place, congratulations, you're at the right place. So, what's the wait for? Let's begin. 3, 2, 1, blast off. While planning your masters abroad, the first thing to take into account is your timeline. Did you know that the preparation of studying abroad begins an entire year in advance? Yes, that's true. So to target a fall 2022 timeline, ideally your preparation should begin in 2021. Worried about how to do it? Here's how you can go about it. Phase 1, January to October. Now here is a list of things that you have to do from January to October. First, collect your documents. Second, start preparing for the standardized tests that you will take. Third, take the standardized test. And fourth, start shortlisting your universities. A pro tip from our end would be to use an Excel sheet to keep track of all your activities. Now let's take each of these pointers one by one. Competitive exams. Let's start with the standardized tests, and first up are your English proficiency tests. You could take the IELTS, TOEFL or the Pearson test of English. These exams are needed in order to apply to any country, not just the US. They are really straightforward and test your fundamental knowledge about the English language. The best time to take this exam is in the month of August. The test scores are valid for 2 years from the test date, and it is advisable to keep about 2 to 3 weeks in your hands to study and prepare for these exams. You can reappear for these exams as many times as you like to. However, please note that you will be paying the fee each time you take your exam. Your entrance exam will be your GRE or GMAT exam. By testing your logical reasoning, verbal and quantitative skills, it becomes an important exam for you. The better you score, the better possibility you have at getting into your preferred universities. You should keep around 2 to 6 months, obviously depending upon the time you can commit, for the preparation of these exams. Taking these exams more than one is quite expensive and tedious. Assuming you begin planning in the long stretch of January, you can give this exam once in May or June, and in the event that you are not content with the outcome, once again in August. You should have your final scores by October end. The scores of these exams are usually valid for 5 years. Submissions of these scores is always through an organization, and this process can take up to 1 to 3 weeks. So, keeping a 3-week buffer before your application deadline is a must. Documentation. Next, what documents do you need? It's best to go directly to the university's official website to see what documents they will require of you. However, a generic list of all your academic documents, including your semester-wise mark sheets, degree certificates or provisional certificates in case your degree hasn't been issued yet, and transcripts will definitely be asked for. Your transcripts need to be generated by the university itself and should be scanned for your reference, as well as sealed and stamped by the registrar of your universities. Some universities require you to submit WES evaluations of your transcripts or mark sheets. The evaluation also takes about a month and needs to be submitted to the university via WES itself. Now these are all the things you need to do in the month of July. In the event that you are still a student and don't have all your mark sheets, you will be submitting the semesters that you have, and when you attend the university, the rest will be submitted. Third, shortlisting universities. Shortlisting universities is actually the easiest part of this process. If you're wondering which universities are right for you, check out Your Kids Grad School Finder. Just enter a few basic details about yourself, like your test scores, country of choice, course, etc., and get a ready-made shortlist of universities for you to get started. It's definitely a time saver, trust me. Do try it for yourself and thank me later. You must be wondering now, what's after October? Phase 2, October to March. From October to March, you need to first complete application forms. Second, get your SOPs, LORs, essays, transcript and resume ready. And third, submit your forms before deadline. Moving on to applying to your shortlisted universities. All the information that you need to know about deadlines, application forms, visa requirements, and everything else will be present on the university's website that you have selected. Keeping in mind, the deadlines of international students are different from those of domestic students. Another thing to note here is that there are two types of deadlines. A, the priority deadline, and second, the regular deadline. A priority deadline is not a hard deadline. You can submit your documents even after it is passed. But the applications that are received by the admission team before this deadline will receive a priority over all the other candidates who submit after it. You should always try to apply before the priority deadline. Most priority deadlines are either in November or in December. Yet, you must check the university's website for accurate details. For your SOP, LOR and essays, it can take you from months to weeks depending on how confident you are about them. Check out our videos for the secrets behind getting your LOR right. Also, if the deadlines seem daunting to you, you can keep a track of all your deadlines at one place. YourKids University Deadline Tool, which is available on the application. But wait, what's next? What's next is phase 3, the phase post-April. From April, there's a lot of waiting. But wait, we'll break down that post-application process for you. From April to June, once you start receiving admits, you can start your post-admit process. Once you're finalized with that, we'll start the final leg of your process, that is the visa application. The visa application usually starts 2 months prior, that is in the months of either July or August. After all of this, all you need to do is to hop on to the plane of your dreams and get on to the university that you have always wanted for yourself. And well, that brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, do give us a thumbs up. That would mean the world to us. And if you have any other questions which are not answered in this video, feel free to drop them below in the comment section and our experts will be back with an expert advice as soon as possible. Until then, stay tuned, stay safe, and we will see you with yet another video.